After a few days on the East Coast, we were heading back to the mountains again, and it felt just right. We also found a perfect American diner. Join us for 2 brilliant days of riding in North Carolina. Last night, we had a peaceful evening at the Uwharrie National Forest, despite reading the warnings of Copperhead snakes that inhabit the area. Today's journey began with a 5-kilometer ride along a twisty gravel road along the shores of Lake Badin before hitting asphalt. From there, Highway 8 took us west until we stopped at Michelle Pfeiffer University. They were preparing for graduation ceremonies as we did a quick loop through the front entrance and stopped to admire the statue of Michelle.
That's Michelle Pfeiffer. That's Michelle Pfeiffer.
Just up the road from the university, we reached an endearing town called Rockwell and stopped for breakfast at the world's cutest restaurant, the Rockwell Cafe. This place looks like it could be straight from the set of Happy Days. I had the local delicacy, Livermush, grilled to a crisp with scrambled eggs and hash brown. You have to go here on your way through North Carolina, and if you tell the proprietors, Tara and Daryl, that Tiger Coward recommended you, you'll get free ice in every soft drink that you order. After our fully satisfying meal, we continued west. We had hoped that our route would take us far enough north that we wouldn't have to contend with the congestion from Charlotte, but we were wrong. We spent an unpleasant hour traveling through a dismal suburb on a road with poorly timed traffic lights that was flanked by charmless chain stores and restaurants. It looked a lot like Newmarket, Ontario. We continued west through Four Forks. That was ironic because all I needed was a spoon. Then we rode through some of the most absolutely beautiful all-American towns. Lincolnton was one of the prettiest I've ever seen, but I later learned that it has one of the highest crime rates in the United States. One's chance of becoming a victim of either violent or property crime here is 1 in 20. Town of Lawndale looked very peaceful, but also suffers from a high crime rate. The chance that a person will become a victim of a violent crime in Lawndale, such as armed robbery, aggravated assault, rape, or murder, is 1 in 209. I thought that Forest City was one of the prettiest towns that we passed through, and is likely one of the most dangerous too. The chances of becoming a victim of violent crime here is 1 in 147. On a scale of 0 to 100, where 100 is the safest, Forest City scores a 1. The contrast between the beauty of these towns and their safety is as bewildering as it is sad. It turns out that copperheads weren't the scariest things in North Carolina. We reached the mountains in the early afternoon, and we were rewarded with some great riding. Route 74A dispatched us to picturesque Lake Lure and Chimney Rock before finally delivering us to Asheville. Lake Lure and Chimney Rock are a mix of Muskoka and Geneva transplanted into North Carolina. Pretty, fancy, and all-round awesome. Chimney Rock is a 535 million year old monolith and is one of the most iconic sites in all of North Carolina. The village of Chimney Rock is cartoonishly fantastic and describes itself as a quaint, quirky community full of friendly folks. Highway 74A from Chimney Rock to Asheville is stupefyingly fun. When we reached our final destination, Mama Gertie's hideaway campground, we were told that an unserviced tent site would be $50 and there was a minimum of 2 nights stay. So we left and found a nearby KOA that's nicely located between an interstate and a railway. Oh well, we'll be in the outback tomorrow. We had a great dinner of potted noodles and vegetable soup for dinner and chatted with the other Moto campers. Tomorrow we'll be heading into Tennessee to ride more mountains. Welcome to day 15 of our journey. Today we were on the road by 9 o'clock and it was already 20 degrees in Asheville, North Carolina. We had a beautiful ride along the French Broad River for half an hour before heading into the mountains. We revisited the picturesque Hot Springs, North Carolina for breakfast, and then the magic began. Traveling north on Highway 70 was a beautiful sweeping ride through the countryside. Temperatures in the valleys were touching 30 degrees, and there wasn't much relief at the top of the mountains.
Ready and aim to kill. I drag these chains, keep pulling them slowly closer to the grave. I drag these chains, keep pulling them slowly until I break. Canyon fever rode through this one-horse town, shot the lights out, left her lonely without a sound. Canyon fever is a moonlit bottle on the shelf. Blow the dust off, make the sign of the cross, and drink into a spell. Keep your head up, there's plenty of eyes watching from the hills.
We didn't stop until we reached Pennington Gap, Virginia, where we got very greedy and opted for more riding. At the McDonald's where we had tea, a few locals told us that Highway 421 into Kentucky was a great experience all the way to Hayden. So we did it. What a ride. This is motorcycle heaven. This might actually be the best road of the trip. Seriously, I mean it this time.
I've been passing out, got Marlboros in my mouth. I can't figure out what's left to dream about. The lust, the pride, the envy, been hanging on to every lie ever been said to me. Well, these 7 sins are deadly.
When we reached Hayden, we were having so much fun that we decided to continue on. With my GPS set on maximum adventure, we were guided onto some creek road. This was an insane backcountry road that was too steep and curvy for words to describe. Unbelievably fun and a little bit scary. Unfortunately, my GoPro battery died and there was nowhere to stop to change it, so I don't have footage of that. With a pending thunderstorm, we hopped on Highway 80 and headed to a motel in Prestonburg. Unfortunately, we didn't get there before the rain started. While we didn't get relief from the rain, we did get relief from looking for places to see the Leafs game. They're done, at least until October. I think next year's the year. I love you all. Good night from a rainy eastern Kentucky. Go forth with an open mind and most importantly an open heart. And remember, self-care is not selfish.